and he decapitated 12 of them.
When I just saw that then, I didn't know that. That's fucked up.
Oh, yeah, well, Ted Bundy's next. So, I thought we'd delve into 2 serial killers in this second half. So we've got Ted Bundy and we've got Joe Metheny. Before we dive into Ted Bundy, what's your knowledge of him? Do you know like much of what he's done?
I watched the film.
Is that the
film with Zac Efron?
Yeah,
quite like that.
I watched like a proper documentary on it as well.
Yeah, I did as well.
And I'm not sure in the film they didn't really glaze over like one of the last killings that he done was like I know it was someone who was very young
girl, 12-year-old.
Was it?
I think
yeah,
so.
like a really young.
Yeah, if that website that I pulled up, which is
they missed that out. Didn't they? In the
they took it more from a legal stance, didn't they? From like the court cases and things like that.
Just put last murder.
Yeah, but interestingly, one thing that I read on his biography website there was that they never actually knew who his father was, and there were rumours that his grandfather was in fact his father. So his mum's father.
Fucking film in the Matrix. Hold on. So his granddad
molested his mum and resulted in him.
Sounds about right. To be fair, doesn't it? That's why
the outcome. Do you believe in nature or nurture? Do you think you're born evil, or do you think it's
again like we just discussed on the other one about the gene? I feel like I feel like people have, people do have that killer gene, but then nature or nurture comes into it as well.
It's there under the surface, but it's if you unlock it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
I think it's more nurture than nature.
Yeah.
I do agree. You can have like a
isn't
kid.
But isn't it weird that there's certain traits like torturing animals and things like that from a young age?
Yeah.
Apparently, watching pornography is another one.
That's fun.
So on board.
No, I'm not
bored with
look how many hits
the
the fucking porn hub and other ones get.
I thought he was going to be look how many hits I've got.
No, but like watching porn.
Watching porn
too. Yeah. Could you just Google the...
Can you get a Pornhub, please?
Can you get a Pornhub just for a 5-minute interval?
The traits of a serial killer or a psychopath. Same thing, really, pretty much.
That's a weird search in
telltale signs, red flags.
Don't say porn.
Here we go. Smooth talking but insecure. Some specific traits of serial killers determined through the years of profiling include smooth talking but insecure. Ted Bundy had a perfect man. ... Egocentric and grandiose. Lack of remorse or guilt. Lack of empathy. Shallow emotions. Impulsive. Poor behaviour controls. Need for excitement. That's interesting. How can you have a need for excitement if you have no emotions?
What I don't get with Ted Bundy is that
not the podcast.
A lot of the women were like, "Oh, he's like
really handsome."
Yeah, really handsome. And
they
got who's the guy they got to play him?
Zac Efron.
That's fucking not that guy on the screen, is it?
I know. Yeah,
no, he was though. He was a bit of a catch.
Really?
Not the guy on the left.
But in the middle.
Yeah.
He looks like fucking Ant from Ant and Dec. He's got
I can see it.
Forehead, isn't he?
I can see it. Maybe he's just a bit suave.
He's not the worst.
Had that way about him.
He's got a big forehead.
But I would
say... He was very charismatic,
wasn't
he?
Yeah, he was.
50p,
yeah, incredibly.
Honestly, you could look at where his eyes and his nose and mouth is. You could move that up into his forehead, and you could have... There's enough space up there.
For another face.
Yeah.
Who's the other guy that everyone's
It's fine slagging him off. He was a piece of shit. So
yeah, I know. Yeah,
it's all right. You get a free.
Who? Mate, he loved the yellow roll neck, didn't he?
Yeah.
The other serial killer that loads of women are obsessed with. I think he used to kill
Charles
animals.
Manson.
Not Charles Manson.
No.
He used to kill animals.
People was obsessed with him, haven't they?
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
He killed men, didn't he?
Animals. But they do like hen do's and stuff like around his killing ground and stuff. Yeah, I watched it.
What?
Yeah, really weird. There's
what?
There's a whole Dahmer thing going on.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Must have been hung.
Jimmy, man. But
love the contrast in the first half.
I meant for his death.
Right.
Clearly.
Play on words.
Yeah.
Love it.
Genius. Yeah, Ted Bundy. There was a lot of around that film. There was a lot of controversy because he was played by Zac Efron and stuff. But if you, like you say, they did say he was very attractive, very charismatic and stuff. So I don't think it was disrespectful because they were like, "Oh, it's disrespectful to the victims." And so I'm not being funny. If women said he was very attractive and charismatic and stuff, and then you had one of the ugliest actors in Hollywood play him, I think that's disrespectful because it's like you're trying to say that they fell madly for do you see what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
But what can we just get up, Ben? How many victims he had, etc. I know that he evaded capture.
Yes,
a few times.
The story was crazy. Wasn't
he bolted out of the window of a courtroom,
and then the jail cell. He starved himself, didn't he, to get through a tiny little gap?
Yeah.
He escaped twice, didn't he?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Drove a Beetle.
Drove a Beetle. Rocked a polo, a yellow mustard polo.
That's what that was all. It was all to do with finding the Beetle, wasn't it? Like with his murder.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
That was the key.
Is it like an orange beetle? How the fuck can you find that?
It was very distinct.
I think it was like hippie time, California. Loads of them.
So his victim. So Bundy confessed to killing 36 young women.
Hell, I didn't know
across several states in the 1970s. But experts believe the final tally may be closer to 100 or more.
God.
The exact number of women Bundy killed will never be known. His killings usually followed a gruesome pattern. He often raped his victims before beating them to death. While there is some debate as to when Bundy started killing, most sources say that he began his murderous rampage around 1974. Around this time, many women in the Seattle area and the nearby Oregon went missing. Stories circulated about some of the victims last being seen in the company of a young, dark-haired man known as Ted. He often lured his victims into his car by pretending to be injured and asking for their help. Their kindness proved to be a fatal mistake.
Yeah, I do remember reading up that he wanted to be, was it a lawyer or something?
Yeah.
And he was basically he was a failed lawyer. And he just started like lying to people, saying that he was. I think he got a job somewhere, and then that's how he started like being able to like manipulate.
Because he represented himself, didn't he?
And that's like in court. Yeah, with his
he did. Which is mad. And what the judge said when he sentenced him, he was like, "You are so bright. You could have been so brilliant. Instead, you've wasted your life."
And he was like, "Yeah, would use that to sort of
he
manipulate the women
12
and
victims.
just
See, it's drill it down. It's just another worm."
Yeah. They all are.
Like, I know they the films, the glamour. He's just another cunt, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, they all are, aren't they? But what at the end of that film? It's fucking brilliant when he confesses to his wife. The other side of the glass. He breathes on the glass, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And then I can't remember what he marks out in the glass. It's like decapitate or something like that. Because he killed her with a hatchet or whatever it was.
Yeah,
she was with him, but he never harmed her.
Yeah, and so she always gave him the benefit of the doubt, didn't really quite believe it until right at the end when he confessed. And it's like, whoa.
But she must have known something. Like, if he's off.
But how odd that he didn't kill her, though. To have killed potentially over 100 women, but not her.
But maybe it was more like he just did it for like alibi reasons, or not the fact. Was like,
solid, ground.
Nothing to do with he liked her.
Similar to Michael Jackson with Macaulay Culkin. It's like, won't touch that one because they'll believe that one. That's another conspiracy. But I'm just saying, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Allegedly, possibly, maybe. But that is.
Leave one.
Yeah, leave one.
Yeah. No, it does make sense.
The most believable one.
Yeah, it does make sense. But
allegedly,
Home Alone, great movie.
Yeah,
let's just
Richie Rich.
Yeah, oh dear, that's it. Great, another great movie.
Didn't know he had a psychology college degree either.
Ted Bundy, not Macaulay.
Macaulay.
So we've got some quick facts. So apparently, this is according to the website, he loved knives since the age of 3. He had a psychology college degree. He admitted to killing 36 women. May have killed more than 100, and he decapitated 12 of them.
When I just saw that, then I didn't know that. That's fucked up.
That quote at the bottom.
Yeah, so a quote from him: "I don't feel guilty for anything. I feel sorry for people who feel guilt." That is just grade A psychopath.
See, with him, I think he thinks he was like better than everyone.
Is he a bit of a hipster?
Is he a bit like, look,
he's a serial killer.
Yeah, like I'm gonna defend myself. Like, I just think he thought that he was a bit special.
Yeah, maybe like he knew to the extent of how fucked he was, so he just wanted to make the most of it. Which I think a lot of these serial killers do. I think they're like, right, I've been caught, so I need a mad narrative, I need a mad motive, I need a crazy way of, that I've killed people, so that I'll be remembered, so that I'll get a cool name, so that there'll be books about me, movies about me.
Please don't call me the Worm.
The Worm.
Just call them all the Worm.
That's the thing. They should give them shit names.
This is what I was talking to you about this earlier. They should give them shit names.
Yeah, Diggler.
I knew I'd get Pokemon in it somehow.
That's it.
Ted Bundy, aka Diggler.
Yeah, aka fucking Weedle.
Bellsprout.
Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, fucking absolute piece of shit, without a doubt. But you can't lie. It's a fascinating story. Like after the murders, with the whole, wasn't it like the court was in having a break? And so he had to make a phone call or something. And because he had a good relationship with one of the clerks or some shit, that's it, he managed to get in a room by himself and then just jumped out of a fucking 3-story window.
It was on the run, wasn't he?
Because the thing is, he go up to he went into like the hills, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was, like living.
Yeah, for ages.
And like, he come back down, didn't he, to get arrested?
Yeah, because he couldn't hack it.
Because he couldn't hack it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Worm, a proper worm would have fucking survived.
Yes,
wasn't even a worm.
He should have got his right in survival book.
That's what I mean. Yeah, he couldn't. He
couldn't hack it.
He
wasn't a man. None of them are men. They're just little worms.
He was just up in the woods and he was thinking, oh, fuck's sake. I can't survive up here.
Get me back to prison.
They've got fucking bears and everything up there.
Yeah.
And then, he just bottled it back down.
Not a fan.
Not a fan of Ted.
That's it. And he he protested his innocence, didn't he, all the way up till like he was sentenced to death.
Yeah.
And I think there was an interview a couple of weeks before he was set to die. He gave an interview and kind of just spilled the beans on what happened to this interviewer.
I feel like we're going to get like serial killers come after us now because we've been calling them all worms.
We challenge you.
Wake them up a bit.
You call me a worm.
Yeah. I meant snake.
Yeah.
I was only talking about Ted. Ted's my idol.
Oh God. Oh dear. Yeah, that's Ted. That's Ted Bundy. That is 1946 to 1989. Piece of shit.